Next Armstrong and Getty show, he was standing there holding Jack Armstrong. Jack Armstrong.
Hey, guys. Yeah, go ahead, Vince. You should be all set to go here.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
You were gone for like 10 hours.
No, I wasn't. I was gone for 10 minutes.
You were like Michelangelo yesterday.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Taking the crap that lasted a week.
What?
He went to. He was in the bathroom
to
for
Michael.
an hour. God knows what he was doing.
God.
All I know is I wish the executive producer would get this thing together.
Who is the producer of this?
I appoint you. You know what I like, though? Dominic comes up with all these great ideas. You know what it always means is more work for us and no money. What about that?
That's true. Well, that's the
This
story
podcast wasn't my idea.
That's the story of Marshall Phillips.
This podcast wasn't my idea.
All right, are we rolling now?
It was actually, you know whose idea it actually was?
Whose idea?
Jack and Joe.
No.
Yeah.
And then it's brilliant. Boy, I'm glad.
Yeah, I think it's
You
great.
kiss ass good. No, they said you guys are so funny. You should do this on a podcast.
No.
Yeah, they did. Remember?
It was my idea. I was going to
it was
do
your
it.
idea? Okay.
I was going to do it
Take
with Tim
credit.
Lance originally, because remember where I used to sit? It was right next to Tim
Right,
Lance.
right,
And
right.
we just talk mad shit all day
Yes.
about, just kidding.
About
No, just
people
about
you work
everything.
with. Yeah.
You better edit
And,
out all the stuff, Vince.
Yes, indeed. Be
No,
careful.
I'm brave.
Oh, I'm not. I had nothing to do with any of
I
this.
know, but you're not saying anything.
I don't think I'm going to be here much longer, by the way.
Okay, why?
Well, because we've decided on the show.
Oh, is that why you got bummed out earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We've decided on the show that we don't need any guests.
Well, less.
We don't
guests.
want to have any guests.
Less guests.
So, and I pointed out to Jack and Joe that we wouldn't have the Doris Roberts stuff if we didn't have Doris Roberts as a guest. She was so bad, and then we had the running joke. And my thing is, even with a bad guest, which maybe, 3 guests a week would be better, but even with a bad guest, you can get something out of it. My favorite thing is Joe had this guest that wasn't too good, and Joe said, let's play a game. And he got the guest to play a game with him, and it was great. So I don't know. So if we're going to get rid of guests, then they're trying to figure, what do I do? Well, usually producer sits there, listens to the show, and produces, I guess. But they don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm not needed.
Marshall, can you counsel this young troubled man?
He is troubled. He is not young, but he is troubled.
At least he's coming to terms with it.
I know.
Admitting it is the first step of denial.
Exactly. It's good to admit that there is a problem that you want to deal with it. Now, my big question, because I can only stay here for a few minutes, have we jumped the shark on bumper music? I mean, is that all over? Did the
That's
show tunes
gone.
kill
That's
it?
No, I don't think so. No, because you know what? It provoked a huge reaction. And as much as I disliked your bumper music, Dahmers, I would say it was like 50-50. Like, a bunch of people hated it, a ton of people loved it, and,
Well, the other thing, too, you got reaction. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is if nobody responds.
That's what,
Well,
just
you know what
crickets,
happened?
you know?
All of a sudden, Mike stopped playing my bumper music. So I said, Mike, play my bumper music. He goes, oh, no, Jack doesn't like it. I don't want to do it. Jack might not like it. I don't want to get in trouble with Jack. Jack.
Under the bus. What does under the bus look like, Michael?
Is it greasy under there? Is there like a big
So
oil
then I
stain?
walked in here and I said to Jack, you don't want us to play any bumper music? He goes, of course play the bumper music.
Yeah.
There you go.
I said, but Michael is scared.
Oh, so then you threw Michael under the
Michael's a
bus.
frightened little girl.
Oh,
he
jeez.
does have 40 acres out there, and
No, I'll tell you. Let me just from a radio standpoint, and I'm a little surprised by the bumper music because from a radio standpoint, you really don't want to be talking over singing.
Yes.
Right.
And
You're
every
right. Well,
one of those songs started out with people just screaming the song.
Not even singing, it's talking / singing,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
what Broadway stuff
Right.
is.
Well, here's the problem, and I
Here
realize
we go. Are you going to throw Michael? Here we go.
Yeah.
Here comes the bus.
when you do the songs going from commercial into the show, you can have some singing. When you go from out of the show into the commercial, it's good not to have there. Well, I got so excited with Jesus Christ Superstar and Hair.
Oh, man.
Hair. Give me a head of hair. Long.
I can understand why you, a bald man, would love,
shut
the
up.
musical Hair.
And then, so
means
much,
something to
I
you.
remember songs like Black Boys and White Boys. So, takes race. Like, back in the 60s and 70s, they were saying race is stupid. And when I listen to that music saying race is stupid, here we're in 2012, and we're all petrified to say the word black, white, Puerto Rican.
Are we petrified?
Vietnamese, I'm not.
Yeah. You want mine?
Oh, what the hell? Who's that?
That's our boss.
Oh, is that Alan Eisenson?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alan's in there.
So
the show.
That's just
hey,
pretty
Dominic, you have to see Alan when you're all finished.
I will. I
okay,
will.
please.
Okay. This is when I get the notice that I'm fired.
wow.
Pink slip.
It happens quickly.
Dun, dun,
This
dun.
might be our last podcast. Okay, that's enough. Let's
Anything
do the
else,
show.
Marshall?
Let's do the show.
I got to go. I thought that today's show was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
today's
I
show
thought
Why did
the
you use the
news-
John Kerry
I thought the
Osama
news-
4 years?
I didn't see it. I slipped
I
by.
told you about it, Marshall.
It slipped by.
I told you
We
about
were
it.
throwing things in at the last minute.
It was better than the Palin Rocky Ford thing, which is just dumb. Whatever.
Okay. Ready? When I say hit it?
No, we're still doing pre-show.
No, we got enough pre-show. How long? He wants the pre-show to be 3 hours, Marshall.
Dude, it's Friday. Mike, your open bombed. Yes?
Yeah, I'd say it did.
Did it?
His
Man.
top 7 things.
Yeah, you know, it was
GNC.
hard because I had to. One, I literally did do it 5 minutes before the show.
Well,
the other thing is the Democrats.
No,
they're not as funny.
Mike, let me teach you something about
You know,
comedy.
no,
Let me
no,
teach you something about
this
comedy,
will be
okay?
good.
Never start a comedy joke saying, I did this, but I only did 3 minutes. It might not be so good. You got to sell it like you're. Don't tell them. Make them think you spent 3 days writing it. Say,
Yeah, you know, I
here
did
we
make that
go.
mistake.
You know.
Yeah. That's true.
Right?
I should have done what Dominic said here.
If you just went into it, they would. You know, sometimes people laugh because they think there's something wrong with me. It's funny. I'm not laughing. I better laugh.
But Mike has the hardest, spot
To
in
go
that he's
first,
first.
yeah.
And I feel you, Mike, because sometimes when I think something is funny and I say it in my intro and then no one laughs, it's just the loneliest feeling in the world. You're like, okay, how long am I going to do this?
Well, Armstrong and Getty don't laugh at me at all. Like, you guys
Yes,
say
they
a joke
do.
and
We
they
love
to
laugh.
do.
We laugh
Me,
at you all
I
the
say,
time.
I know what I say. They never laugh at me. I don't know what it is. They're out to get me.
Well, you
No,
tend to ramble.
I ramble. I know. I'm sorry about that. That's from doing 4 hours a day in Birmingham. Yeah, Mike, this thing, I walked in after you did your 8 things.
Yeah.
Too many things.
Yeah, it
I
seemed
walked
longer.
in here, and when I walked in, the first thing I hear Joe say is we got to get rid of the opening where the people say hello.
Shut up.
That's what he said. And so now I'm thinking, uh-oh.
You're just mad because you're going to get fired after the podcast.
Yes, I know.
You know what? When Jack was talking about going out to dinner with his wife for their anniversary, because all they do is talk about kids. It reminded me when my friend, my old coworker Chris Lum, when he got his wife pregnant or whatever. I noticed. I sat right next to him. This was at Pacific Bell, which was a telephone company. No one cares. But I noticed, everyone would come by, BS, talk to us, whatever. I noticed that after he got his wife pregnant, every single conversation, people coming by would talk to him about his baby. Your wife, the baby. Oh, are you doing this for the baby? What's up with the baby? Blah 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 blah. And I was like, Chris. One day I was like, Chris, how much of your conversation is now about your baby? And he's like, oh, about 90%. And so I made it a point to not talk to him about his baby. Talking about sports, music, whatever, girls, anything, but his baby. Because I noticed that, it's just when people get pregnant or whatever, start a family, that's all they talk about. And I provided a respite.
They think they're the first person that had a kid, like, okay. It's been done.
And unsolicited advice. People offer that all the time. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Are you doing this? And it's just, I don't know.
What you got to do is every time somebody shows you a picture of their baby, take out a picture of your cat. Okay, ready to start the show?
Of the kitty litter.
Blah, blah, blah.
Dude, did you know I peed 5 times a day?
Oh, God.
What the hell were you drinking?
I don't know. It was way more. I drink my normal, but it was just weird.
Well,
And the two times I walked in there and our coworkers were doing the number 2, and it just freaked me out.
you hate it when people crap in there.
It's weird.
It's not weird. That's what it's a bathroom there.
I like to swear as I do it, so I'll yell out just to get people out of there.
It's weird. Like, do I look at the shoes? Are they recognizing my shoes when next to the stall? I try to get out of there as quick as possible so they can do that. And I think they're taking the slow route.
Well,
I don't want to meet eyes with them after they drop the juice.
I came in this morning and I went into the bathroom. I saw a guy walk in, go into the stall, and while I'm waiting there, he doesn't do anything. He pees.
Yeah.
Then he comes right back out and leaves without washing his hands.
Vince,
why has he got to sit down to pee? What the hell's wrong with these people?
That's a party.
Hey, Vince, if you want to clear the restroom, just pull your pants down to your ankles and then walk up to a stall. I'll bet you everybody leaves.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hit it!
Okay.
Hit it!
You got stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 5 after. The Armstrong and Getty After Show 5-minute podcast without Armstrong or Getty.
But it's with Vince, Dominic, and Michael. So today's show was good, right, guys?
Yeah, I thought today's was pretty good.
Yeah.
Good Friday show.
Yeah, good Friday.
Although
show.
the 9 o'clock hour, some of the callers, having to hit the delay on some of them, and that's always kind of a bummer.
The guy was a good caller, though, because he's like, I get my girlfriend called up.
My baby mama.
Yeah, my baby mama called her.
She was finna to...
Called my parole officer. And I wanted to laugh when he told me on the phone, like, dude, you sound so like a stereotype.
It was very honey boo boo. But then he said the S word.
Yeah.
We had to dump him. And then he called back, right?
He called back because when we dumped him, we came back and Jack and Joe and everyone said, oh, how terrible. We're glad the girl called the parole officer or something. We said,
Right.
He's like, that's not right. She called the parole officer on me. I was like, okay, great. Sorry.
You know what, though? After years of doing this show, and I'm sure Vince will agree with me, you can tell the callers that they're danger. They're going to drop an F-bomb or whatever, and so you just sit there with your hand over the delay.
Yeah, in our old location, like I basically stared at Joe Getty for 4 hours. He's a beautiful man with a lovely face, if you don't know. But I would stare at Joe, and when, a caller was a little dialed back or whatever, I could see Joe's literally his hand like creeping towards the red button, the bleep button. And I was like, oh, baby, is he going to hit it? Is he going to hit it?
Oh, man.
But yeah, when the callers call back to apologize, I'm sorry, I was so mad. And it's like, okay, well, you had your chance, dude. You're not getting back on.
Well, they really like the report from that Brian reporter from CBS.
Yeah, they like him.
Yeah,
he does a good job.
Because he's good. He's got, well, Jack said, he's got info and he's somewhat cynical and he's dour. So he matches the show perfectly.
He's not 100 years old, too. That they offered so many people. One guy they offered was like 80, seemed like he was 87 years old. He went back to Eisenhower.
Was it Clint Eastwood?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And then we talked about the Honey Boo Boo salaries.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't get it. Is she making $40,000 a show or $40,000?
It's got to be $40,000 a season.
No,
$40,000 a show is like what some of the Modern Family people were making before they got their raises.
That's true.
No, yeah, but I read. Yeah, but she's the star of the show.
Yeah, but it's TLC and it's season 1. I don't know.
But
Do they have much negotiating
she got how
power?
many? They say it got 3 million viewers, right?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen's show gets 5 million viewers.
Right.
Look how much they're paying him.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay. Well,
I don't
you know
know.
what I want to know? When you sold the script for Scott Baio, right?
Yeah,
Charles in Charge.
How much did you get paid for it?
No, I can't answer that.
Oh, dude, this is like 30 years ago, dude.
I can't answer that.
$624.
I won't talk about
Because
that.
I've heard that script writers, obviously the talent, the actors get tons of dough, but the script writers, I remember I saw an interview with a chick writer who wrote a Seinfeld script, and she got paid like $30,000, and it was like, wow, that's
But they
it?
get residuals too.
What about okay? What about toilet paper? Now, I leave mine off the leash, as they say. What do you guys do? Do you put it in the roller, or do you?
I use towels.
No, I put it in the roller.
But the roller is annoying.
No, because you know what? I sometimes I leave it and I don't put it in the roller.
Yeah.
But then I feel like, I'm living in an apartment. It's a nice apartment.
I know,
people
but
come
it's
by. I can't have it.
It's just easier and more
But
convenient.
don't you have guests? What do you get some chick over? She goes in your bathroom and your toilet paper's not on the roll?
Hopefully she's anti-roller. Hopefully she's anti-roller too. And plus, when I was like, Jack, why did you stop? start putting it in the roller. He was like, well, I'm married. Well, that doesn't make the toilet paper process less cumbersome.
But when
it's
you're
still
married,
annoying.
see, women civilize men. We become more civilized.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that guy on from the university, the professor, talking about the debt.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, this was the most interesting thing we've ever done because I thought we owe China everything.
Yeah.
See, that's why you can't listen to the
That's
liberals.
the narrative.
You can't listen to the conservatives.
Yep.
They're all full of crap.
Yep.
So now I know why the liberals are saying, well, let's not worry about the debt because we owe the money all to ourselves.
Yeah.
And the conservatives are like, oh, we got to stop it. We're going to cut everything in half.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I'm like Jack, very much like Jack. I don't know who the hell to vote for.
Yeah.
I was so sure it was Romney. I was so
You know what?
sure.
Gary Johnson, dude. I'm
No,
serious.
I won't vote for that lunatic.
Throw away your vote. Come on, Dominic.
Lunatic.
Just a side note.
Yeah.
Obama in his speech last night when he was like, "Oh, my budget deficit cuts, the budget by $4 trillion, and we're going to start paying down the debt." And it's like, dude, who are you kidding, dude?
Right. It's a bunch of crap.
The debt's gone up by $6 trillion while you were. Oh God, you're such a liar. Everyone's a liar.
Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.